Hey, what's up everyone, this is Miracle MS at your service, presenting to a new episode of Captain Tsubasa Rise of New Champions. Okay, so I once again completed another 30 matches of a new event, the Diaz Online event this time. 28 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. Now it's time I say what my thoughts on this event are. 3 words. I hated it. This is by far the worst event in the history of this game, and I'll explain why. It wasn't because it's an original character event. Original character events are good, a nice change of pace from the division match, and we should have more original character events in the future. It wasn't because Be Legendary could one-shot anything. Yes, I do want that skill to be nerfed, but it was still not enough to ruin the event. What did ruin it was the cost restriction. Okay, this is something the dev team needs to see. You set a 1200 cost restriction for us. The lowest cost for bench players is 68 cost for a goalkeeper and 27 cost for the other 6 bench players. That alone sums up to 230 cost, meaning the main 11 players can only have 970 cost at best. Okay. Now let's check the goalkeeper. Every good goalkeeper has a cost of at least 200, meaning the remaining 10 players of the field can only have a total of 770 cost. That's 77 cost for every player on average. A good defender has at least 90 cost, and a good forward has at the very least 100 cost. Who is going to make up for that? Even the side players of international teams have over 75 cost. This results in everyone being forced to use garbage players from the middle school teams who only have a sliding tackle, which is the single worst tackle in the game. Why are you doing this? We can't even make a decent team in these events. Do you want us to use trash players? Is that the purpose of this event? And you know what the worst part in all of this is? The fact that you're encouraging people to play dirty. Have you ever tried to V-zone farm in these events? It's so easy. Just find one stupid player who has a sliding tackle and just wreck the poor guy. You'll easily charge the V-zone. And now you added Be Legendary. On an event where every team has at least 3 players that can't defend themselves at all, much less from the Speed Demon Diaz. What you're seeing right now is what you have created. Pierre charges the V-zone, Diaz charges Be Legendary, and that's all this team needs. He can defend and attack perfectly. Why? Because there will always be a player that Diaz can bully and score with Be Legendary, and there will always be a player that Pierre can bully and use the V-save to stop any shoots. If the cost restriction didn't exist, we could at least use players that have a good tackle and the match wouldn't be so one-sided. And the situation is even worse for the school events. Out of the 8 players you have from a team, only 3 players at best are useful. And by useful, I only mean they're just not completely hopeless. It's always just the captain that is good. So the 3 non-school players, 1 captain, and only 1 custom character. It's a 5 versus 5 match. Why didn't I count the other 2 not so useless players? Because when you have a custom character with 4 or even 599 stats, which one would you pick? Bullet shoot and speed shoot for Kizuki and Taki, or a super shoot for your super strong custom character? Obviously, players will remove every small little skill those already weak players have and instead give everything they can to the custom characters. The result of that is a 5 versus 5 match. And between the 4 or 599 custom character and the other original characters that don't even have a single 99 stat, which one do you think people will rely on in the match? The custom character, obviously. So while it already looks horrible because it's a 5-on-5 and 6 players are ignored, out of those 5 players that are playing, it's mostly the 1 custom character that's used during the match. So we need to be allowed to use 2 or 3 custom characters in those events. 1 is not nearly enough and 4 is too much. You need to choose what restriction you want to have for the matches. You either pick a cost restriction or a character restriction. You can't have both. Otherwise, you'll take away all the creativity players have for team building and playstyle, and only encourage them to overuse V Legendary and V Zone chargers, resulting in boring matches, just like how this event was. To anyone who's watching this, if you bared with me enough to make it this far, I'm asking you to help bring this to light and make sure the devs see it. To do that, click on the link below. Click on the first one if you're from North America or South America, and click on the second one if you're from somewhere else. Enter your email and country in step 1. You can ignore the other parts. Then in step 2, set the category as Captain Tsubasa, set the topic as products, feedback and bug. For the subject, write online events cost restriction. And in the question section, put the link of this video and add anything else you have to say about these events. And that's it for today's video. So what do you guys think about everything I said in this video? Tell me in the comments down below. If you enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you all next time.